Hi there, this is Soaring Eagle. I'm going to be hiking the Appalachian Trail next year in 2018 and just thought I'd give you what I think to be close to my final gear review. I will go through each section as far as categories. I'll cover my electronics, the gear, the clothing I'll be hiking with, my camp clothes and backup clothes, my winter clothes, and my cook kit, and also my sleep system. So I think I've done a pretty good job of going through enough shakedown hikes that I'm comfortable with where I'm at right now. I don't chase the low end of the weight. I'm conscious of my weight. I try to keep it under 30 pounds. But I think that what I have fits my needs. So those who would like to comment that I could do without X, Y, and Z, I appreciate your feedback, but this is my hike. And it's how I feel comfortable going out there. I will not be cold. I will try to stay dry. And I also want to document my trek. And so there's some things that if I was simply going minimalist and just simply wanted to get from point A to point Z, I could do that. Some of this stuff may come home during the trek, but we don't know. We'll wait and see. But anyway, here's a quick gear review of what I'll be taking for my electronics. First is that I will be carrying the inReach Explorer. I like this because I will be having unlimited text with the plan that I'm going to subscribe to. It allows me to tell the friends and family who have already requested that I'll let them know how I progress on a daily basis. Also, it will allow me to do a map share. People can look on the map in any given time. They can tell where I'm at on the Appalachian Trail. And of course, it has the SOS button, which again, it makes my family comfortable that I'm out there and I've got some means of communicating regardless of whether or not I have signal. And so I'll be using the inReach Explorer. I've been trying it and I have enjoyed having it with me. I'll be using a black diamond for my headlamp, as well as the necessary batteries to back up. This is the Black Diamond 200, and so it's bright. It's got both a red and a green, as well as the white light to it. It also has a flashing light in case I have any type of emergency and get off the trail. If people are looking for me, then I'll have the flashing light as part of that capability. So this will be close at hand if I have to do any night hiking, which I really don't plan on doing a lot of. This is not really electronics, but just to let you know, I will be carrying it. I have a Benchmade knife that I carry with me every day anyway. It weighs 2 ounces, so it's extremely lightweight, and I just like to have it just to cut string, cut scroll cord, whatever it might be, but that'll be going along with me as well. I'll also be wearing the Sunoto Traverse watch, which will be able to give me tracking, as well as altitude, temperatures, barometer, all those types of things. I've enjoyed having that on the trek on my previous shakedown hikes, and so that will be going with me as well. As you'll notice, I've got a lot of electronics, so I'm going to be carrying a RAV4 24,000 battery recharger. It's a little bit heavy. It's not real heavy. It's about a pound, a little over a pound. And so with all the electronics I've got, I feel like this is necessary, and it's probably one of those luxury items, but again, because I have so many electronics, I thought I'd go ahead and take it. I will be taking the GoPro 5 Black to mount onto my shoulder pad on my backpacking straps, and this will be able to give you a clear visual going forward of what I'm doing. I'm not a biggie into the selfie trek documentation, but I would like for my family, my friends, and especially my grandkids to be able to see where their pawpaw is hiking, and this will give me a good way to document that and share that. Now, as I'm recording on this, I will have my iPhone 8, and I'll be carrying that in a outdoor research bag. This is a very durable bag. It's not your $9.95 little Walmart bag that can break in the end. It has a very secure double zip, and it fits in here, and it has a finger touch, so I can, if I want to, operate my phone inside of this bag. I also carry with me a GoPro transfer device. Fits in here, and if I pull it out and put my card in there, I can actually plug that directly into the phone, and that helps me to transfer my videos and my pictures from my phone, from my GoPro to my phone in much faster fashion, and therefore I don't lose that battery time that normally happens if I do it just through Bluetooth. I've got my earphones that for listen for music and for recording if I need to, and of course all my different recharge cables that go along with it. Again, maybe a little bit excessive, but hey, I'm going to do this once, and I want to do it right, and I want to share it with my friends, family, and my grandkids. So that's my electronics, and I'm happy with where I'm at. For my backpack, I am going to be going with the Osprey XOs right now. It's the 48. I may swap this out with the new XOs that is going to be coming out next year once I see what kind of modifications they make to it, and I also may upgrade to the larger volume. This is a 48, which on me wearing a large is actually a 51 liter, and usually I have been able to make that work with 4 days of food and water. I do something a little bit different in that, not really different, but I don't do very well in reaching back behind my back, and so I made this little cup. Inside it's actually lined with a smart water bottle, so I can actually use this to scoop water, and at the same time it will carry my smart water bottles with me when I'm out there trekking, and that way I can have the water up front with me. I'll be going with the Lecky Cork light trekking poles. So far they've done real well, and so I'm looking forward to going and using those. No real concerns with them in the past, and I've got good reviews on them as well. For my hiking clothes, I'm going to be going with the Oboz Bridger B-Dries. They are waterproof and they are mids, and I know that kind of goes against the current trend of lighter, not worrying about the waterproof, but they feel good on me. They support my ankles, and so I'm going to go ahead and go with those. Excuse me. I'll also be using the Outdoor Research gaiters. They are actually waterproof as well, and we'll be wearing those most of the time through the trek. I have the Outdoor Research Foray zip pants. They do real well at repelling water, and I'll be treating those. I've got two day tops that I'll be wearing. One is the Icebreaker t-shirt that you see here, and it's just a merino wool. And then I also have another wool long sleeve as my base layer that I can also hike in if I need to. I have Darn Tough socks and a buff, and I'll be using the Arcade belt. What I like about this belt is that it is elastic in that it moves, so that if I'm climbing on rocks or other things, it's going to stretch as I continue to move up, and it's worked real well. For my winter clothes, I've decided to go with the Arctic jacket as opposed to a down jacket. The Arctic jacket has the weight of a mid-weight, but a thermal value of a puffy. Plus, if it gets wet, it does not lose its thermal value, and so which in the down is a risk that you run into. But no, I like the Arctic hooded jacket, and I'll be going with that, along with the Outdoor Foray rain jacket. It's extremely lightweight, compacts down, and it actually has zippers all the way down the side, which allows it to open up like a poncho. So on those warmer days, in order to stay drier, in the warm temperatures while it's raining, I can actually operate it just like a poncho. I also have the base layers, icebreaker 200 both for the top and bottom, as well as the Smart Wool cap and the icebreaker gloves. Here's my backup clothes and additional clothes. I had the Ex Officio Bug Away jacket. Extremely lightweight, very breathable, but it does a really good job with the mosquitoes, black flies. It's hooded, and it will help me to keep those away without necessarily having to load up on deep along the arms or the face. I also have an additional icebreaker t-shirt and the Columbia zip away pants, and 2 pairs of Darn Tough socks, and also 2 pairs of Ex Officio underwear, which I'll be wearing as well, along with additional buff and a additional handkerchief. For my cook system, I'll be using the Snow Peak mini rocket, along with the Snow Peak titanium cup and the spoon. I also like to carry a collapsible mug for the coffee while I've got something else cooking in the pot. And I'll be using the Sawyer squeeze for my water filtration, along with carrying the Aquamira drops if I have to deal with some stagnant water, or I just don't feel like it's that reliable. I have ordered a new water carrier that Darwin on the Trail has recommended, and I don't show it here, but I'll be replacing that with the, as far as the Sawyer squeeze bags, I'll replace it with that, and it's much more durable and has a much longer history capability than the Sawyer squeeze bags. For my sleep system and tent, I have gone with the Lightheart Solo 6 long tent, roomy for two individuals, but I'll only be myself, and it's a single wall tent, and runs at about 2 pounds. I also just received my Enlightened quilt at a 20-degree bag, and what I really like about this is the fact that it is down tech, so it is water repellent, so that dew and those things, other things that we might get hit with, we don't have to worry about. I do carry a Thermarest inflatable pillow, and I haven't quite decided if I'll take the emergency bivy, but it is good if you think you're going to have a lot of condensation down around your feet and keep your quilt dry. I do like the Sea to Summit Extra Extreme liner, and the reason I like that is because one, it keeps the quilt clean. It also gives you additional thermal value if you need it, and also if it gets too warm, then I can drop the quilt and I can actually sleep under a nice silk type of liner, and that works real well. And I have my backpack rain cover, as well as my thermo seat that I'll be carrying along as well. That comes in real handy for those wet rocks or wet logs or whatnot as such. So that's my basic gear, and I will give you a review of my other incidentals in just a minute. Okay, some of my incidentals that I will be carrying along the trek are, one is I carry these little stickers. They stick on my hat. They put off an aroma when I'm around camp. It's a good job of keeping mosquitoes away while you're eating. Bigfoot put me onto these, and they work really well, and they have a really nice aroma. I do carry a fire starter, as well as some extra matches. Not that I really plan on using that much of it, but it's kind of nice if you're going to be going into camp and you think you might have a fire. As well, I'll carry the hand sanitizers, hook those on my backpack. Insect repellent, which I may not start out with since I'll be starting out on March 12th. A very basic medical kit, some ointments, some Benadryl, some ibuprofen, and other things like that. Not a whole lot. I do carry KT tape with me for blisters, and also they're good for repairs as well. Some earplugs, some additional items to in case some of my gear breaks down. Of course, the sewing kit's always nice to have as well. I have carried, and probably will, the Pure Castle soap. It's nice to have just for a little cowboy bath every so often. Of course, you got to have your toilet paper, toothbrush, and I know I haven't cut my toothbrush down, so I save that few ounces, but it is what it is. I also carry a little baggie of filled with baby powder, and works out nicely to again give you kind of a fresh feel through the trek. Toilet paper. I carry baby wipes, but these are actually dehydrated, and then when you put them back, water back into them, and then you get the same baby wipe feel as you had when they were wet. I also carry these little handy wipes, and what you do is you can actually put those on, put a drop of water on those, and it will actually expand for you. And let me see if I can demonstrate that for you real quick. It doesn't take a whole lot. As you see, it continues to expand, and then you'll be able to actually open it up. So this is what it opens up to. So real compact. This is what it starts out as. That's what it opens up. It's very strong, and you can use it around camp. Wipe out the inside of your pots, wash your face, wash your hands, whatever it might be. But again, very, very compact as well. And then of course I have the shovel for my business as such. So that's my gear. Again, I'm not a minimalist. I'm not going to go out there with the bare basics. Right now I think that I am efficient. I may not be as minimalist as some of you, but I feel pretty good that I have what I need to have to enjoy my trek. I'm not overweight. I'm not carrying a lot of things that will not be used. And like I say, with food and water, things will come in at somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 pounds with a 4-day supply. So for the most part, that's what I'm going to be looking at. I welcome your comments. If you please, if you like it, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to, please subscribe to my account and follow me on my journey next year. March 12th, I'll be starting from Roan Mountain, Tennessee, and heading north. And then I will flip-flop down to Roan Mountain and finish the last 380 some odd miles of my trek going south from Roan Mountain to Springer Mountain. Anyway, I hope that you'll come along with me on my trek, and I hope that this is useful. If you have questions, please leave them below. If you've got comments, I welcome them. But again, I'm not going to change my gear because I'm pretty comfortable with it. Hope you have a great day, and we will see you on the trail.